do that. All right. I'm glad you guys are with us this morning. It must be Wednesday morning because here we are on Zoom. And hopefully you have something warm and delicious in your coffee cup. I've been drinking lots of apple spice tea.
Warm and delicious, but it's coffee.
Nothing like lukewarm coffee.
It's a wake me up.
There you go.
The big controversy brought me here.
The big controversy. Well, were you at the chamber meeting when I brought up, can we change the name?
I heard mention of it.
Well, I'm probably getting quite the reputation in town for being the pot stirrer, which I'm okay with. There's nothing new with that. I've been doing that since the 5th grade. So I guess I'm just living up to my own expectations of myself. So, well, one of the things that I don't like about the name Neewollah Days is that it's a nightmare to spell when you type it out. Every time I have to stop, I have to spell out Halloween and then I gotta look at it backwards because my brain just cannot play with the A and the O. That it just drives me nuts. Hi, Carrie, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, honey. So also I associate the term, and this doesn't bother me at all, but I associate the term Neewollah Days usually with a church because they don't want to promote a Halloween event. They're trying to do something else. So it's odd to me that we're having a civic event called Neewollah Days, and because in my head, I associate it with like a church truck or whatever. So that's just my thing on the Neewollah Days. So Monica and I tried to bring this up to the Chamber of Commerce board meeting last month, I think, or 2 months ago, and said, can we just please call it Halloween? The other thing is a lot of people have no idea what Neewollah Days is. There's a lot of people that go, I don't know what that means, but it sounds like maybe it's for Halloween. So we thought, all right, let's just simplify it. Let's streamline it. Let's just make clarity. Let's just make it simple. And so we brought it up and said, like, we really want to change the name from Neewollah to just Halloween. And wow, you would have thought that we wanted to change the name of Calf Lamed.
Well, it may not be up to the Chamber of Commerce because they're not the ones that started it.
And that's very possible. I don't know who started it. Who do I go to?
Started it.
Who did?
The Pacific Bank.
Oh yes, well she's on the board, so she was there. Yeah, and that's where most of the it came from Marissa, and she said, oh no, the bank would never want that to be changed. Okay, we'll leave it Neewollah Days. So there we go. That's the big controversy, but it drives me crazy.
Okay. So it was decided that they're not going to change it then.
It's so far it's still Neewollah. So hi Monica, I was talking about the big change the name. One of these days it's just gonna transition into being a new name. I won't ask permission, I'll just do it. They can yell at me.
Oh, then you will be in big trouble.
I'm sort of getting used to it, Joanne. I don't know. Sort of starting to feel pretty comfortable now. I don't. Yeah. No, I'm actually a people pleaser. I don't like to be in trouble, but I also like to find solutions to problems. So it's right now it's Neewollah, and it will stay that way for this year, and we'll see what happens next year. It won't be at the bank because we moved it up to the high school last year. It worked out really well. And that seems to be maybe a new tradition that we're starting is up at the school.
Well, do you think the kids will come downtown then afterwards? Or not?
If there's a reason to come downtown, if the shops want to be open and hand out candy, I'm sure that they would love that. And we would encourage the stores to be open for that.
Well, they always go down there anyway for Halloween Day, but I don't know if they'll go down there right after.
On Friday.
Yeah, on Friday. I
But
doubt they'll
everything will
go
be
down there
closed
on
on
Friday.
Sunday, so.
Yeah, on Sundays, everything downtown's closed. So.
Yeah, it's just because of the day of, you know, how it lands this year. But, and, you know, normally, majority of the time it lands during the week. So then they would for sure. So This year, probably not, but
Well, we had a board meeting, the gallery had a board meeting yesterday. And I think the gals are going to just kind of play it by ear. We decided to go ahead and make sure there was a big bowl of candy on the counter if
Well-
anybody showed up and those kinds of things. So they'll be prepared for it.
well, do you want me to put something out there saying, make sure to go to the gallery, afterwards or something? Cause I can do that. Just so
Well-
that kids know to go there, maybe.
Well, let me check and see if they want to do that and then I'll get back to you.
Yeah, cause I can always do that.
Okay.
I'd totally be happy to do that for sure. Cause yeah, it's just the way this year, how it lands, but normally, Halloween, most of the time lands Monday through Friday, somewhere in there. So then it works out perfectly. Cause then kids would go right from the high school, from the parking lot, right to downtown and start trick or treating,
Yeah. Well, there is an event on Saturday too, isn't there?
There
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, we're gonna do puppy costume contest and parade. Just something a little different. Not everybody has kids, and we found like having kids and puppies together, it was like a little bit overwhelming, or it was too much. It got a little jumbled. It was hard to separate the two and kind of do everything at one time. So we separated it, and so far we've gotten really great responses. Farm Dog Bakery, they're donating a basket of dog goodies and a toy for a raffle to help WAGs for fundraising, because they need dog food and cat food and old newspapers for lining their crates. They just need a lot of stuff, and so that all we're doing is we're just basically, this is going to be just a fundraiser for WAGs. So yeah, it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be fun. I'm kind of excited for it. So far, I've gotten really good responses. So I'm hoping it turns out.
Being on a Saturday, it'll help people that normally would be maybe working out of town on Friday that couldn't be there for the other Halloween event. So
Yeah, and it's not in competition with anything, because it's at 1:00. We're at the fairgrounds, that doesn't start till 4. So I made sure there was no competition with anything, and so we'll just give it a shot and see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, that sounds good. And then the gallery will be open until 4 too. So if kids want to come in that day, they will be able to also.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if you wanted to participate in the trunk or treat up at the high school, we're going to have everybody that wants to set up a booth or a table, or you want to decorate a vehicle and have kids come to the back of your vehicle, to like a truck or a SUV. You would come set up around 3:00, and we have special places that you'll park. And then after the little parade, then the kids will come and trunk or treat to where you're at. So it's a way to promote your business or your organization. If you want to be in the parade, we'd love that. The more the merrier, of course. It's not a very big parade. We just go around the parking lot about 3 times. And I'm sure we'll be in the sheriff's report listening to all the sirens going off. And the Indian Village will say, what's happening? We do ask that we don't throw candy from the vehicles, but but you're welcome to hand out candy at the trunk or treat part. So if you want to be in the parade, it doesn't have to be fancy. You can just, put a sign on your car and dress up and be in the parade. It's just something fun for the kids to do. They'll stand in the middle on the grassy areas of the parking lot, and then we'll go around the outside. And then if you're in the parade and you still want to hand out candy, we'll just park you in the paved areas and between the grassy spots, so the kids can trunk or treat from you as well. So it worked out really well last year. So we're looking forward to it this year. So Lee, if you've got any great vehicles you want to bring in the parade, it'd be fun. Not the school bus, because kids will jump on the school bus. But
I was gonna say, I'm the last bus in line in the afternoons, and I'm usually out of there by 20 after 3. So
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And Yeah, and then the doggy, so that'll be 3:30 to 4:30 on Friday afternoon. And then the next day is the Halloween doggy costume. It'll be up at the City Park, Erickson Park, in the covered area at 1 o'clock. So
Yes.
all dogs need to be on a non-retractable leash and up to date on their little shots. And
So it's up on the hill, not down at Strong Park. I thought it was,
Yeah,
no, we're
Well,
gonna be up.
it's
where
covered.
okay.
I think winter's here already, and I noticed our dragon that we put upstairs is already droopy. She's sad. I have to fix her.
Yeah. No, we figured we'll play it safe, end of October. Yeah.
And there's picnic tables there that are all in one place. So that'll be fun. That'll be really fun. Monica's come up with some super fun ideas. I think my favorite might be the doggy tarot cards. They're just adorable.
Yeah, they're very cute. They're very fun. Just like your doggy needs more hugs today, or he needs more kisses, or he wants to go shopping for toys. Just very, very fun, lighthearted. It's going to be just a fun little event. I think it'll be. And Wags, they even made up goodie bags too for all of the dogs. And we have some Halloween bandanas to give each dog. So yeah, I think it'll be a good little event. So I'm excited.
Swag. Yeah. Little dog swag. The other event that isn't quite as talked about is the Tribal Heritage Sign dedication. We're putting the finishing touches on that. So I don't know if you've had the opportunity to see those heritage signs that David Olson worked with the Chinook and Tribal Council with. They're really great. One is next to the library in what's called Queen Sally's Park. And the other one is down near the viewing deck at the Eloquent Marina. Thank you for the visual. And they're very informative, very cool. And so we're going to do a sign dedication on November 6th at noon. And he's invited all the state and regional and area leaders. The tribal leaders will be there as well. And we're kind of hoping that maybe they ceremonial something. So they haven't decided yet, but it should be a really special, I would even say sacred event. And it's a great opportunity to connect with our tribal community here in Kaiken County. So we don't have a lot of opportunities to commingle. So I'm really looking forward to meeting some people from that particular part of our area. So it's open invitation. It will be outdoors. It will be a tent. There will be our big tent, but I'm going to say dress warmly on November 6th. So, and then the next, this is all going to happen really fast. We know how this goes, right? I mean, I don't know. It feels like we're going to be at the crab and oyster feed before I turn around twice. The next big guy is the tree lighting event and Santa Claus. And tree lighting happens at the courthouse. We're hoping that we get to do caroling this year. We didn't get to do that last year. And Santa Claus will be here, of course. And we're again hoping that the community center will host him. And my assistant is doing a wonderful job. The tree lighting usually takes us about a week to decorate the courthouse square. So we're always looking for volunteers that want to come help run lights and put up decorations. And PUD does a great job helping light our big tree that's up there. So that will be at 4 o'clock downtown Cathlamet. Santa will ride through on his special fire truck, and kids can go meet up with him. Although we had as many adults meet up with him as we had kids last year, which was really, really fun. And then on December 11th is the lighted parade and vendor market that'll be down at the marina. And that should be a lot of fun too. So if you know anybody that wants to be a vendor, they can get a hold of us and we'll point them in the right direction. Mostly it's going to be down by River Mile 38 area. So it'll be down by the brewery. And we didn't get to do it last year, but I understand the year before it was bonfires and wreath making and gift buying and just a lot of fun. So that should be This should be really great. So that's what we have for all the events. And then we do have the crab and oyster feed on the calendar for February 19th, and we'll start selling tickets for those next month already. So the tickets will be $40 a piece, and they go fast. It'll be 3 seatings again. I think the seatings will be all outdoors as well. So this will be the year to invest in long underwear, probably, for all these events. There's a really great outdoor area that it'll be seated more family style instead of at individual tables. And I think that will help with the getting food to the diners a little bit better. So we had some issues with it. It'll be at Columbia River Ranch again, which is a beautiful setting. And she's put a lot of work into that place in this past year. So it'll be great. So does anybody have events that they're doing where they're at?
We're working on the possibility, don't publish this.
Yeah, okay.
We're working on having open house the night of the tree lighting.
That would be really, really fun. Yeah.
So we're hoping we can go back to some of our more traditional things that we've done in the past years.
I think we're all ready for that, to be honest,
Yeah.
and I think we can do it.
Well, we talked about it, and we think we can do it with packaged food.
Yeah. Yeah.
And make it safe.
Right. I mean, what we know this year that we didn't necessarily have a grasp on last year is a better understanding of maybe just public awareness of how to stay a little bit more healthy during the cold and flu season. So if it's an awareness of use your hand sanitizer more often, or wash your hands, or cover your face, whatever it needs to happen, I think we're all more comfortable with that. And I think having that awareness and that thought process behind planning our events keeps our events moving forward. So I think that's great. I wouldn't hesitate at all to have an open house that night. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, it's in the planning stages. We talked about it yesterday, and I think it's kind of, they're mulling it over really. So we'll see.
Good. That's good. I know it's really a step of courage to go from a complete lockdown to stepping back into activity. It can feel really nerve-wracking, and we're trying to balance a lot of things in those decisions. Are people going to come participate? Are people going to feel safe? Is somebody going to ask me to shut it down? There's just a lot of things that we've never had to ask ourselves before when we're planning an event. So this is bringing on a whole different level of preparation and expectation of our events. But I say hope for the best, plan for the best, and be surprised. I was amazed at how many people came out to Bald Eagle Days. We were told by quite a few people nobody was going to come, that nobody would feel safe coming, nobody was going to be out here, that we were wasting our time and money doing it and planning it. And we just decided we were going to move forward and see what happened. And guess what? People showed up and had a great time, and there was nothing horrible that happened. There weren't groups of people that fought us about it. There was nobody unsavory that came. I think everybody was just very grateful to see old friends and to do some of the traditional stuff that we'd missed. And I think for me, this has also brought an awareness of how important our traditions are and our connections with each other. It's one thing to step back if you're sick or, going through some recovery of some sort, to step back and not be around your friends and family so much. Because you can only do that for so long. And then it starts to take its toll mentally and emotionally on people. And I would encourage people to get back in touch with each other face to face. This is great. The Zoom is great. It's not the same as feeling each other's energy face to face, and being able to have those conversations and read people's body language when we're talking. So I think that's going to bring the healing that we need and bring us back to functioning better as a society and with each other in compassion and understanding. So that's my little pep talk for plan your event and let's get back.
Do
to
it,
some fun.
yeah.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Can you give me the information as to how people can vote for for Sally Scarecrow?
Yes. Well, let's see. What's today? The 13th. So we have 2 more days for people to get there. I know Sally. I'm just predicting that Sally is going to be the winner. She's pretty fabulous. She's amazing. So we have 2 more days for people to get their scarecrows out. And then what we'll do is we'll get pictures. Some people have sent us pictures. We've taken some pictures. I did come in and get some pictures inside the gallery of Sally. So I have some good ones of her. And then what we'll do is we'll just post them. I did this last year. We put them up on Facebook and on Chamber Chat and whatever. And then people just wrote back to us in comments and said, you know, we love this one. We love this one. So.
Okay, so it isn't actually
We don't have ballots. There's no ballot box stuffing. No.
No.
all right. Actually, they can not, you know, you don't want them to call you. You want them to vote on Facebook. Is that what you're
They
saying?
can call if they're not on Facebook, or I mean, if they're not on social media at all, if they don't want, they can certainly call. Absolutely. They come in. They can, yeah. We love to
They-
see people.
We could have a ballot box. We could make a little ballot box. That wouldn't be bad. You just have it here and they could put it in also.
We keep an eye on it. I'm just teasing you guys with the, I'm not too worried about ballot box stuff.
Well, it would probably be good to have that information someplace to let people know how they, you know, how they can vote.
Yeah, we'll put that out definitely on Facebook but we are giving everybody till the 15th to kind of get their scarecrows
Right.
together, and then we'll announce it for all the voters to start picking and choosing which ones they like.
How
So
about we can get Kay to say something in the newspaper too about
yeah,
how people can vote. So.
All right. I love the witch out there at I think that's what it's supposed to be at Angie's.
Everybody's done such a great job. Downtown looks really, really great. I haven't been out past downtown. Haven't been out to Skamakaway to see what's going on, but I know Skamakaway Internet has put their scarecrow out. So
we need to make a drive.
mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen, I haven't been around to see like River Mile 38 if they got theirs finished. And so I don't know if Rossburg put one out yet. So we'll hopefully be hearing from people soon and we'll check in with them. But I think it's a really fun little event. We did it in Kalama when I had a business. I'll tell you my winning secret to winning a scarecrow contest. So what we did is it was the fair princesses that did the voting that so it wasn't by a public opinion. It was the 3 teenage princesses that we had from the fair. So they went around and looked at all the businesses and saw what they had. And so I had a couple of hay bales out front and leaves and, you know, all this cute. It was a flower shop. So I had all this stuff outside. It was very cute, and sunflowers and the whole thing. And then I dressed up my daughter, who was about 10, and her friend, who was about 12, and dressed them as scarecrows. And, you know, we had straw in their cuffs and whatever. And I put pillowcases that I had painted as scarecrows over their heads and put hats on them and put gloves on them. And then they sat out in tableau on the hay bales. And then when people would walk by, then they would animate and come alive and say Happy Halloween. Well, they made one of the girls scream very, very loudly. So we won because we scared them so badly that's how we won the scarecrow contest that year. It was an opportunity to have a unique scarecrow. So it was really fun. And the girls had such a blast. People were giving them tips, you know, oh, that's such a great job. Here's $1. And, you know, when you're 10, $1, that's pretty cool. So it was a lot of fun. I just love that people are using this opportunity to have the downtown, you know, feel really seasonal and fallish. And we're hoping you guys get a chance to come see. We need to name our scarecrow on her bike. We asked for some suggestions, and I don't know, Monica, I'm kind of partial to Kathy Lammett. I think that's,
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
I kind of think that one's the winner, and we'll find out who sent that one in. I don't remember who that was. And we'll make sure they get a coffee mug because I think that's pretty cute.
That is a good one.
All right, guys, that's about it. Anybody else have something to share this morning? We can't stay too long because we got a board meeting here in half an hour. Carrie, you doing good?
Yeah, doing good.
Good.
Yeah, good to see y'all.
Good.
We think we're gonna have a silent auction in November, but I don't have details yet, so I'll talk more about that another time once I
Do you
know.
think
Do
that would
it.
be in person?
Yeah, it'll be in person and then an
Yay.
online option for folks who aren't quite ready to get in
Sure.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the nice part about, again, kind of the nice part about this lockdown is we've all figured out how to connect. Because even if you, maybe there's a reason you can't get there in person. I mean, heaven forbid there's a landslide or, I mean, that happens all the time. But our county's so vast and big, it's not always easy to get someplace on time.
That's true.
So if you can
Yeah.
jump on a call, that's a nice way to still participate. So we'll look forward to
Yeah,
hearing about that.
I did have a few calls about the covered bridge dinner and some sad people.
Yes. Hopefully next year. We'll be
Yes,
back.
fingers crossed.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that.
The Friends of Skamakaway, they're having their online auction going right now.
Yeah.
And so, and last year I speak for the group of us with Dollars for Scholars, we went to an online auction and we very successful. So
Oh, good
hopefully,
to know.
yeah, hopefully you'll have good success with yours too.
Thank you. That's good to hear.
Yeah, I bid on 2 items already, so I'm watching them. I better win. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, you probably outbid me, darn it.
Well, the bidding keeps going, so.
I know.
you have to get
I
in there
know.
with your paddles. All right, guys, have a super great Wednesday. We'll see you next week. Next week, we're going to be at Patty Cakes Live because she just did a remodel of her shop. I don't know, guys have been in there, but we'll do a little review of what she's done. She's updated her kitchen and she loves it. It's much more efficient for her to work. And so we'll take a little tour. She's done some fun stuff in there. So look for that. We'll be doing the coffee chat in the coffee shop. So that'll be
Awesome.
fun. All right, guys, have a great day and we'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.